Canada is a trading nation, and supply chains are critical to our economic success. Supply Chain Canada, in collaboration with the governments of Alberta and Canada, has commissioned a detailed study into the emerging trends in the digital transformation of supply chains and the impact and opportunities that these represent for the current and future workers of the sector. Time was when working in the supply chain meant largely manual and physical work. Nowadays, this isn't the case. Digitization has great potential to improve both the effectiveness and the efficiency of supply chains. And there is a growing demand for high-grade skills in the industry. Clearly, skills are a priority for the sector. And that's where you come in. Technology doesn't run itself. Well, at least not yet. And so any digital strategy needs to include a corresponding people strategy. To be honest, some of the technologies we're talking about didn't exist up until quite recently, and they're evolving at an exponential rate. So, organizations and their workers will need to understand what exactly these skills are, what roles the organizations will require, and how these skills can be acquired. Some of these emerging skills include: Number 1, understanding and analyzing data. Using the massive data that can be provided through technologies like IoT, AI, and blockchain will create huge amounts of data, and people at all levels need to understand what it means and how to use it to make decisions and optimize results. People who can handle data and turn it into action will be in high demand. Number 2, cybersecurity. Everyone needs to understand and be able to manage the vulnerability of digital systems to disruptions. Whether these are the results of active targeted threats or the result of natural disasters or human error. People who are proficient in managing threats in a digital environment will be seen as extremely valuable. Number 3, personal skills. Interestingly enough, the things that make you human will be even more important in a digital technology-rich environment. Things like communication, collaboration, teamwork, problem-solving, decision-making, and perhaps the most important ability to adapt, learn, and improve continuously. Finding opportunities to acquire and enhance these critical skills, whether they are inside the classroom or out in the real world, will be critical for success. And there's a whole array of new skills that we really don't think about, like interacting and interfacing with technology. If you think about it, this will become really critical for tomorrow's workforce. You need to think about where and how you can demonstrate these skills and how you can showcase them for your employers. You know, some roles where these skills will be required are also pretty new. I mean, who here has ever heard of a digital supply chain manager, a supply chain analytics manager, a blockchain coordinator, or a supply chain cybersecurity resiliency recovery manager up until recently? But these roles now exist, and more will emerge. Figuring out how your skills can be incorporated in new ways to take advantage of emerging technology is super important. You gotta ask yourself, how can I use my skills to add value for an employer? And what about the skills that will become less important in the future? Or maybe even disappear completely? What exactly are the implications? It's projected that the following job roles or categories will become obsolete in whole or in part over the next few years. Jobs like manual data entry, inventory management, planning, logistics coordination, and retail management roles will disappear or be significantly altered by technology. Jobs requiring primarily manual or physical labor may disappear completely as well. If your strategy was to be better, faster, and stronger than the machine, I hate to break it to you, but you probably need a new strategy. Are you ready? But the good news is that the skills needed to thrive in a digital environment are skills that you can acquire through a variety of formal and informal learning experiences. So, what's your plan to keep your skills fresh and up to date? Continuous upskilling and rescaling will be the norm. Keep in mind that employees who are proactive in addressing their skill requirements will always be valuable to employers. If you're interested in pursuing a career in supply chain, you might want to consider taking some certification programs or contact your provincial supply chain associations to know how you can keep your skills current. Follow the links provided to learn more. So, how fast can you learn? Are you ready? If you can interface technology, manage and interpret data, understand systems, and work collaboratively in a fast-paced, dynamic, multidisciplinary environment, the supply chain needs you. This new world creates enormous new opportunities, and you can position yourself to profit from the growth in the sector with a rewarding and challenging career. Are you ready?